Hey, what's up, y'all? Just wanted to come to you today. You see my wife; she got her hat cocked to the side. I have no
I
idea
knew he was
why you
going to
even
say
wearing a
something
hat.
about that.
Why you even wearing a hat, man?
Because my hair. Let me see if I can think of a term to describe my hair these past going on 3 weeks now.
Beautiful.
It's been special. Y'all
Simply
know.
beautiful.
I have a 3-week-old. So that's
It
what my
don't
hair look
matter,
like.
man.
That's what my hair look like. And we don't be going away, be up in the house. I be getting up. My hair be all over my head.
But you look beautiful, baby.
Well, thank you, my boo boo. I thank you, but I'm still gonna keep it covered until I get it done.
Hey, y'all. So I just wanted to come and do this video right quick, to share something that I think would be definitely significant if you apply it in your relationship, because we've experienced it in our relationship, and it has elevated me, elevated us, and hopefully through this video, you will be elevated as well.
You're gonna be on the edge of my seat. I was asking him, what are we getting ready to do? We gonna ask a question? What we gonna talk about? And he's like,
Nah.
just wait and see.
Let's go for the ride, baby.
Okay, I'm riding.
So the other day, right, I'm sitting in my office, and the receptionist comes in, knocks on the door, and says, "I got something here for you."
Oh.
And so, I turn around and I'm like, what is it? And so it's a gift basket, y'all. It's a gift basket, and so I had a gift basket sat on my desk, and I open up the card, and it's a lovely gift basket from my wife. And I wish I had the card on me because I would actually read it to you all.
Oh, you took it out of there?
Yeah. But the reason why I'm lifting that up is because the title of this video is "Men Can Receive Gift Baskets Too."
That is not the.
It's
that
going
is
to be the
not the
title.
title.
Men can receive gift baskets too. Yeah, and flowers, and roses, and all of that type of stuff.
Men
and so,
can receive gift
yeah,
baskets too.
I'm calling it that because when it comes to men and being in a relationship, sometimes men are forgotten when it comes to being acknowledged, being given praise, given thanks, being shown gratitude and appreciation for. And so when she sent that gift basket to me, it like really made me smile. But it made me smile for this particular reason right here, y'all. So the day before, and it may have been 2 days before, no, I think it was the day before, we just had a baby, right? And so while I'm in the hospital with my wife, I'm on point, I'm handling my business, I'm making sure my wife is tended to, and I'm trying to do every single thing that I can to make sure my wife ain't got to lift a finger, ain't got to worry about nothing, because that's what I'm trying. I'm trying to handle my business, hold it down for my baby.
Right.
And so when we come home, I'm doing that in the beginning, but right around week 2, I start slipping, y'all. I start slipping, start tripping. Just I noticed that whenever my wife would nudge me in the middle of the night, I would wake up with like an attitude, and I had the audacity, the unmitigated gall to get pissed off when she would tap me and just ask me to burp the baby or change the diaper in the middle of the night. And so I would be pissed off to the point in my mind, I'm thinking, why the fuck can't you change the diaper? Why the fuck
Was you thinking that?
Yeah, why can't you burp the baby? Why you gotta ask me to burp the baby? And so what I would do is
I don't burp him as good as he does.
And so what I would do is I would get up and I would be dragging like a zombie to get the diaper, to get the wipes, to burp
having
the baby.
a lot of attitude. Yeah.
I was like throwing myself across the room, just real attitudinal. And I just found
Mind
myself.
you, I'll be up with the baby all night.
Yeah, I mean
long.
the baby is
Okay.
like it's like an appendage.
So I'm thinking like
he's.
I'm just asking you to do one thing. Let me go use the bathroom while you change the diaper. Or let me just get him off me for 1 second.
Yeah, and
Let me
so my
breathe for 1
energy,
second.
my energy is just all stank. It's just all wrong,
I appreciate you acknowledging that.
Yeah, man. And so while I'm doing it, this is just a sidebar real quick, y'all. So my wife and I, as you know, we're therapists. And well, some of you might know, but we're therapists. And we've been doing this married thing for a long time now. We've been together for over 20 years. And so with all of that knowledge, the skills, the training, what we've come to realize is that regardless of how much book knowledge you got, regardless of how much experience you got in terms of being with each other, raising children, and that type of thing, the reality is that my wife, she's going to come into this relationship with her own stuff. I'm going to come into this relationship with my own stuff. She got her own unique personality. I got mine's. She got her own trauma history. I got mine's. You know,
you love to throw that trauma history.
Yeah, I mean, so everybody's stuff is always rubbing up against the other person's stuff. So no matter what the intent is, how good it may be, sometimes, y'all, we just all end up getting stank. And we end up showing our asses when it comes to just being present in a relationship and just being on point. And so I'm saying all that to say that when it came to my wife asking me at 2, 3, 4, 5, it felt like every single hour
First
on
of
an
all,
hour.
it was never any more. It was
what
never.
I'm saying, what it felt like.
It was never any more than twice a night, and it wasn't even twice a night every night. It was
That
like I was
felt
being
like
mindful. I was going to once a night.
Because
Because
you said you were hesitating to even ask
He was giving
me.
me such energy. I was like going like, well, I don't know. And I'm like, and what is wrong with me? Because I'd be like, excuse me.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? But
so here's the thing.
I understand.
So here's the thing.
But
So
I also didn't
I recognize that I was just totally just off point. I was out of whack.
You're doing a Aiyana story right now. This is a long point.
Yeah, but you gotta build the point up. I mean, because I want people to appreciate it. Because if you really apply what I'm talking about,
you know how you be going on me though when I try to build my point.
Yeah, but I mean, it's such a gem in this too because so as I'm upset, the following day, I'm sitting I'm tired because my wife woke me up like at all hours of the night. I'm mad at her because she woke me up. I'm mad at her because she woke me up. And she's mad at me and because I'm walking across the room with this type of energy and I got the audacity to be upset with her and to be tired, knowing that she got...
I wasn't showing I'm mad at you energy, was I? I mean,
there was an element of distance, but
you sensed that from me?
Yeah, I did sense
in the
that,
morning?
but I mean, you had the right to be that way.
But I didn't know I was being like that, was I?
Nah, yeah, you had the right to be that way.
I was being regular.
Because if you got the baby attached to your boobie like 24/7, then I mean, yeah, at least...
I didn't realize I was, though.
And so what she does is she's sitting up in the bed, y'all, and really peep this out. So she's sitting in the bed. I'm, tired, walking around. And so my wife says to me, Ayize, can I, share something with you? And so I'm like, yeah, baby. And so I knew, the direction that we were about to go down.
You did?
I knew the lane we was about to go down. Because, I mean, I was off the hook. Just my attitude and stuff like that just really wasn't
the things
the way
you
it should have
learn,
been.
my Lord.
So
be knowing.
She begins to share with me.
Why didn't you say something then?
Just how she's been feeling lately in reference to my response to her asking for help. She begins to share with me just her hesitancy when it comes to asking me to get up in the middle of the night and to assist her in the process with the baby. She begins to share with me just, what her experience has been like and how she's just overwhelmed. And so I'm sitting there and I'm listening to her and, my wife, she begins to get teary-eyed. And so it's resonating with me on a different level because I realized that, essentially I was showing my ass. And it's not that I was necessarily meaning to, even though I was pissed off in the process, but it was more so like I was just acting out of a adolescent, state. Just, like I don't want to. Leave me alone. Let me get my rest. And so I had been negligent in my duties when it came to tending to my wife. And so, when she pointed that out to me and just shared with me that she needed me to show up differently, and the way she did it, y'all, was so smooth. It was so smooth in the sense that, she shared with me just how she felt, which is a key point, y'all. She didn't attack me. She shared with me how she felt, how what I did was impacting her, and how she needed me to show up differently. And so the reason why I say that there's a gem in this story is because, ladies, every man wants to be wanted, but not only do they want to be wanted, they also want to be needed. And so when my wife shared with me that there was a deficit in the relationship in terms of how I'm showing up and how she needed me to show up differently, it impacted me in such a way where I was like, damn, I need to get back on my grizzy, my grind. Just be there for my baby because I want to make sure that while she's taking care of the most important task, the most important job at this point, in terms of handling our youngest son, Aiyana, the newborn, the least I could do is change a goddamn diaper. It's burp the baby, and do it with a smile on my face and not walk around pouting and kicking and acting like it's the end of the world. So shame on me for being a teenager, in the middle of the night. And, so I just wanted to lift that up because, again, y'all, when it comes to your relationship, it ain't easy. We all got stuff from our past that is triggered. And when my wife, when she approached me, I know it was difficult for you, boo, to manage yourself when you even probably shared this stuff with me because you probably wanted to cuss me, punch me, and do a whole bunch of stuff. But you managed yourself in your approach, and you got.
But
a different
what's
result.
so interesting is that back in the day, I'd have cussed you out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I would have hold up, I turned the light on in the middle of the night. We need to have a conversation right now. When you finish changing that diaper, let's talk about it. Let's just examine what you're doing and what I'm doing. And I'd have been comparing and all that kind of stuff. But you know what? Honestly, I didn't have to struggle to manage myself. Like I wasn't feeling that way. I just felt like I just wanted to share with you how I was feeling, and I think it was because. So let me say this real quick. I know this is a long video, but one thing about this man right here, one thing about you is that he does show up 99% of the time, and that his intentions are always where they need to be. And like he said, he was handling things, holding me down in the hospital. When we had the baby, I had to go back into the hospital. My husband is right there with me. He's got me. He's always trying to, hey, let me take the baby and ride around for a minute, and you can, get some time. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do that, But you're always there. Mm-hmm. You're always trying. And so you're never going to get it 100%. So I'm appreciative of that. And I think that's where you were saying the next day I sent you the basket.
Yeah.
Because I wanted him to understand and know that I know that you're doing an awesome job. Just because I had to give you that feedback and because I was like blown over that doesn't mean that I don't see and appreciate everything that you're doing and that you have done and that I know you'll continue to do because my experience of my husband is he takes care of me. So in that feedback, I didn't feel like, oh, let me manage myself because what's wrong with this dude? I just was, I wanted to make sure. I just know it's hard. You know what I'm saying? I know it's hard. I know I'm struggling. You know what I'm saying? Back into baby land. A little bit here is a little much. It can be a little much, and I just know it will pass. The overwhelmed part will pass, and it kind of ebbs and flows. Depending on how tired you are or whatever. Been there, 4 times and done it, so I know enough to know we'll be through this phase and on to the next one before you know it. But I also know that nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
So I'm a different person today than I would have been with our first 4 children. So
yeah, and I definitely felt that, and so again, baby, I just want to say thank you for your patience with me in this process. Thank you for the gift basket.
You're welcome, baby.
It brought a smile on my face. I really appreciate that.
And it just said you are the best daddy and husband ever. I love you, and I want you to know that I see you. I know that you're doing the best you can, or whatever I say, something like that.
Yeah,
simple things right like that.
She's
acknowledge. You gotta acknowledge each other.
So yeah, so y'all. So again, the lesson here is acknowledge each other, be patient with each other, give each other space in the process. Everybody is going to mess up because everybody got stuff. But, recognize that if you allow room and you allow grace for each other to mess up, to flub up, then the reality is that y'all can work through it. But you got to be patient. And to get through it, y'all, you know what you got to do. You got to stop playing.
And stop pushing.
All right, y'all. Peace.